The immortal John Hancock here, and today I'm sharing with you possibly the best accessory that you can get for your PC engine, and it is the Super HD System 3 Pro. Boy, that is a mouthful. Stone Age Gamer sent this to me, and I'm going to share with you some basic functions, show you what it's capable of, show you some games, even a homebrew, and give you my final thoughts. Is this the ultimate accessory for the PC engine? Let's find out. This device is made specifically for PC Engine, Super Graphics, and Core Graphics 1 and 2. You technically can make this work with a TurboGrafx 16, but it's not advised, and Stone Age Gamer has a warning about it, as it could possibly damage your console if you bend a pin. But here you go. This is a very small box, as it's a perfect fit for the original PC Engine, which I purchased off of eBay recently. Never owned a PC Engine before, and I got it specifically for this product. You can get additional information. It comes with a card. You can download the manual. I do recommend getting the most recent firmware update from Terraonion. Here is the actual device. It's kind of a cool blue. It doesn't match a PC Engine color, and some people didn't like the color. I didn't have an issue whatsoever. So here it is. The back of it has an input for developers. It has an HDMI input and an RGB, 480p and 720p options. Also, you can input a micro SD with your ROMs. You have to format it yourself, and it's kind of tricky, but there are several guides out there. This is the PC Engine that I picked up, as I mentioned earlier, and you take off this back piece here and it exposes the pins. You want to be very careful when you insert this, as you don't want to bend any of those pins. I recommend kind of a flat surface to do so, and you just pop it in, and just like that, it's easy peasy lemon squeezy. So then you take your micro SD card with your ROMs and files, and you pop it in there, and then you boot it up, and then that's it. Once you get the proper files in the proper format and the right folders, then you can boot it up, and here's the menu. If you have your proper file types, it will show them here, and there's many different options to play games on this device. It really is an amazing PC Engine accessory. You can play CD, the different formats, arcade, PC Engine. You can even dump the Hue cards on your PC Engine to this device. It's just awesome. And so there's different options in the menu where you can reverse the menu button 1 and 2. Lots of different modes here, and you have to select certain things on the menu to get certain games to run. You know, some games I do recommend enabling the arcade card. This does play Super Graphics games. I'm going to show you games running off of this, and there's just a lot to go in this menu, and depending on what you want to do with it. And so you do have to download the BIOS, and you have to find those online. I'm not going to help you with that, but you have to have the proper BIOS in a separate folder on your micro SD card to make these CD games especially run properly. And so getting CD games to run right, it's a little tricky. Here's some video modes. Here's scanline modes. There's scalings. I turn scaling to sharp. I do like the digital color range full. And you're going to have lots of different choices here depending on how you want to run this and how you're running it. So definitely there's lots of amazing options in this to make it look just the way you want. I'm just showing you some basic functions here. I really like it's a really nice setup here, and it's easy to navigate through it. You have even different themes that you can have. I have a PC Engine, so I'm going to keep it with a PC Engine theme, but I thought that was pretty cool too. Lots of different games. Any type of format of PC Engine games can be ran on this if properly set up. And so here's some games. Maybe you haven't seen Ninja Gaiden, the PC Engine version. Well, here it is, and this is how it's running. I think it's running great. And so do I like this better than the Nintendo Entertainment System version that I grew up with? That's hard. That's really challenging because, you know, I have such near and dear memories of that game growing up. But it's different. It's nice to play a different version of a game, especially from another region. I thought that was kind of cool. So that might be a game you want to check out. Also, if you haven't checked it out, Street Fighter II Championship Edition on the PC Engine. It's just a stunning edition. I can't believe they fit this entire fighting game, and it's well done. I do recommend a 6-button controller, but you know, you can play it on a 3-button. They actually pulled it off, and it looks pretty good. And so I really think that's amazing that you know, these types of ports, you may want to check this out and utilize this accessory for these games, as many of these games, not necessarily this game, but there's many games I'm showing that are very, very expensive. And this is an alternative way of playing it on original hardware. It's pretty cool. Now, Super Graphics games. Not many Super Graphics games were ever made. 1941 Counterattack is an amazing shooter and one that runs great on this. And so it's really nice to see that this accessory has Super Graphics support. As you know, there's many people out there that want to check these out. And yeah, you can play these on emulation, but it's really cool to play this actually on a PC Engine. And so, you know, this is a type of device that's really going to appeal to people that want that combination of modern technology with original hardware. And this is one of my favorite games of all time. I haven't played the Super Graphics one as much as the Sega Genesis one that I grew up with, but it is an awesome version of the game. You know, it's rather difficult, and if you haven't played this version, well, this is a way to play it, and to play it on PC Engine hardware. And so running Super Graphics games, excellent. I really like that. Here's another amazing shooter on PC Engine, and this is a CD game. And so, you know, these games were running great. You know, this is using the latest firmware update from Terraonion. I do recommend that if you do get this, to update the firmware, as there was some previous issues with games crashing or freezing. I didn't have any of that running. I think I'm on the latest firmware update, and I didn't have any problems whatsoever. So this is Gain Ground. This is another game that, you know, the PC Engine version is different than the arcade, and different than the Sega Genesis version, and different than the Master System game. Another great shooter is Avenger. This is a very popular shooter. You know, it's got some awesome cinemas, and, you know, they're running awesome. And so this is a classic shooter, and one, you know, it's really expensive. So this is, even though this hardware is expensive, it is over $300. I'm not going to lie, that's expensive. But you're going to be able to play all these amazing games on original hardware. I think that's awesome. This is Dracula X, Rondo of Blood. This is a timeless classic for Castlevania fans. I can't think of a better way of playing this, you know. And so I never did beat this game. Pretty challenging. Now here's the homebrew I was talking about. This is Atlantean. This is one of the very first cue card homebrews. It's kind of like an underwater defender. The digital version of Atlantean is still available on the developer's website, and so this is just another way of playing it. For more information about the Super HD System 3 Pro, I will put a link to Stone Age Gamer where you can find much more information about it. So what do I think of this? Let's get the elephant out of the room right now. This is expensive. This is not going to be for everybody. If you are a person that's just emulating and playing on a Pi or going that route, this is probably not for you. However, there's a lot of collectors that watch my channel. There's a lot of people that play on original consoles. This, if you think about it, is not as expensive as you think. Getting console mods to output and HD can be really expensive, and this is kind of an all-in-one combo. If you want to just collect original hardware and forget collecting the games, this is a perfect marriage of modern technology with original hardware. I think this is going to appeal to certain people that want to go that route. You know, we live in a wonderful era where we can still get hardware, though it's expensive, and yet they have products such as this that you can combine modern technology, FPGA with original hardware, it is definitely a way to go. Now, you know, it is expensive. It is available now, and you know, you may want to check it out. I have the most updated firmware update on it. It performed flawlessly, and so that's it. That's what I think. I think this is an amazing all-in-one option for people that want to play on original hardware on your PC Engine or Super Graphics or Core Graphics. That's what I think. If you can get past the price, I think this is a great option and something I recommend if you're a fan of PC Engine. Anyways, thank you so much. If you're new to my channel and you like what you see, you may want to consider hitting that like and subscribe button and clicking the bell as I'm uploading videos every week. And I've covered lots of content on my channel. I've done hundreds of videos covering everything from bad games, product reviews, I've done game reviews, I do ranking videos for the Sega Genesis. You are going to find something you enjoy. I want to thank everybody for coming to my channel, and as always, let's keep it positive. You folks are wonderful and beautiful. This is the Immortal John Hancock, and you have a good day.